All right. Welcome everybody to Final Fantasy VII Remake, Not So Abridged series review, Yapping Edition, where we talk about the important bits, the not so important bits, and also the medium bits right in the middle, right there, right in the middle. Yes, the between the best and the worst, the middle of the middle bits. Yes. Because everything is it's real estate. It's on sale. It's for the grab. It's free. Everything is important. At the same time, it's not important. Maybe. What am I even saying right now? Anyway, thank you for being here. Hello there. I hope you're having a great day. And what are we doing here today? Anyway, before I actually give you the information, what the hell is this all about? Here's the timestamp for the actual beginning of the remake's opening review. Yes, where I'm gonna yap a lot because there's a lot of things to talk about. We have a lot of things to go through. And even as I say it like that, there might be some things I cannot go into much detail. But that's spoilers for the future of this video, of course. Please do stick around and watch it. I do appreciate it. Just you being here right now. Anyways, how is this gonna work? What are we gonna talk about? What are we gonna do? So many things. First of all, this is a new thing. I mean, I've never done it like this. I guess we did do a remake playthrough. We did it, but I mean, this is different. This is explaining things, going over all the scenes, maybe the secret background music that's spoilery, the characters. Why is this person doing this? Why is he mad? Why he doesn't care? Why is he not interested? Why does Wedge has the cats of Hamaguchi? We don't know. Not yet, but we will know in the future. These mysteries, we're gonna unravel them one by one, little by little, at a very steady pace. I hope so. It all depends if this goes well. Anyway, I cannot. I mean, I know this is the yapping edition, but I cannot. I just cannot be here talking about nothing because there's a lot of things to say. Let me see my notes because I made some of them. I don't know. I mean, oh, God, you see what's happening right now. I don't know what the hell I should say right now, but I do have them right in front of me. My notebooks, my notepads, my extra research I had to do just to prepare myself for this opening review series because I'm not very good at this. But I will try. And if you're here with me together, we will go through this and find the information we need for the final game. Because there's some spoilery stuff that actually gives us a little bit of the things that might happen in the future to certain characters. Sephiroth. But anyway, this is just one of them. Series, of course. Is this? Yes, it's a new thing. I already talked about this. If it goes well, we'll have more people, and people are interested to watch this. Yes, we will keep going. Right now, I have, like I said in my post, I did a post a while ago saying that I will do the opening, the chapter 1, chapter 2 of Remake, and if it goes well, or I guess we hit a certain amount of numbers. Right now, I have no idea what the numbers could be. We'll see in the 3 of them, and then I'll say, I guess, in the last one, how the minimum of people we need to be watching, or I don't know, interact. I don't know, they give likes, or if the other people sub. I don't know. We'll see how things go. Most important, it's actually being here. That's the most important. So views, I guess, people being here, not like coming here and then get out and just say nothing or something. I mean, being here, interact with people, ask questions, debate in a very friendly way, not like trying to brings people down because their opinion is dumb or something, makes no sense. Please don't do it here. There's other platforms, there's other places to do it. Don't do it here, okay? We're not trying to be hassles or dumbasses here, okay? We try to be a little bit friendly, okay? Or I'll have to do some action. Do not make me take some action. I don't intend to do it. I don't like to take this kind of action. But if you force my hand, I will have to do it. Anyway, let's keep going. Well, and we're gonna do this series review. We're gonna see the story. We're gonna see the purpose of this, of course. The purpose of this will be to review the story, review the bits, review the cutscenes, review the dialogue, review the characters' reactions, interactions, maybe gameplay stuff. Also, yes, why not? There's all kinds of information anywhere. And I will try to, I think I will replay this. Maybe that would be a good idea. So I can actually not miss anything. And this will be for us to try to get a sense what will happen in part 3. We'll try to get as many possibilities from this, I guess, theories, I guess, ideals, what could happen with these things that's happening right now on this point. Let's say in chapter 1, something like Cloud walks in and says something, and oh, this means that this could mean something for the future, who knows? And we'll try, actually, we can also do this already. Since there's already Rebirth, we could try to, if I remember, because I only see Rebirth one time. But there's also some things I do have in mind. This will be to try to understand the narrative better, for the story, for the characters, of course. You know, it's not like I have the absolute knowledge. Okay, it's not like what I say it becomes truth. That's why we're here. That's why I've been doing some extra information gathering more than the game. And to be honest, you just actually need, you should only need Remake for this. I guess also Rebirth too, why not? And the OG, of course. But we'll talk about the OG in a moment, and the other compilations. Just give me a sec. We'll get there in a moment. I see now that I did not structure this information in my notepad the best as possible, because I kind of have to read this. Why did I not do this in topics? Why? But of course, we will try to reach the right answer as best as possible. Together. Yes, together we can achieve so much. We can defy destiny. We can destroy the narrative. I don't know where I'm going with this, but this is something that Sephiroth says. This is some of the most important scenes of the game. Sephiroth trying to recruiting Cloud to his side. This will be throughout the game. You'll see Sephiroth trying to do this in a very friendly way, perhaps he'll try to pass up as he tries to pass out as a friendly guy. But it's not the damn it! I didn't want to start this. God damn it! I didn't want to say this yet. People even don't know what the hell Final Fantasy VII is, what the Sephiroth is. Don't even understand. Of course, I will try to talk. I will talk this like you already know everything about the Final Fantasy, like you have played at least OG, Remake, and Rebirth. At least I'm gonna talk in this way. But of course, I will give you some background information in due time. We shall get there. So how is this going to be? I mean, like I said before, there's nothing under the table, nothing under the rugs. We're gonna spoilers in terms of spoilers, anything is possible. Everything is on the table. Everything is permitted. Right now, I don't think about putting no. I'm not thinking at adding any background music. So it's on you. I might. I will. I'm thinking of giving of putting some music in a certain scene when talking about a certain character. But don't you worry. When that time comes, you will know. For now, I'm thinking just maintaining. Excuse me, goddamn, what happened to my voice? I'm just thinking of maintaining this image right now, and when I start speaking about some things on the opening or the chapter, I will change to the according image, perhaps. There's some things I want to add in between. Again, this is just a prototype style of thing. Your input on this would be very appreciated if you have some idea for this to be more fun, more entertaining, more useful. I mean, don't expect me to do a edit style video like others before this one, because that would take me a lot more time to get this out for you. So let's try that. That's why I'm doing this way, so it's faster, so you can see it. Of course, the mic is the mic good right now. I did some changes to the settings. I tried to make it like I could talk a little bit more quieter, but you can still hear me, and maybe better quality, no background noises and all that stuff. So please, whenever the case, if you could just tell me if the mic is good throughout the video or is not good at some points, please do notify me so I can try and fix it. Thank you very much. Moving forward, did I say this? I'm not very comfortable doing this or something. It's not like I'm not comfortable, but like, did I say this before? But I've been trying to do this for the last 30 minutes, actually days. But I've been trying to have the best information at hand, so I can just dish it out as long along my yapping session, so things are more smoothly. But it is what it is. Suggestions, of course, I talked about this. For now, it will be this video, chapter 1 and chapter 2. If this goes well, we'll keep going. It all depends how this is received. We hope it's well. Yes, and then we'll finish remake. Hope so. We'll try to do it. And hopefully after Rebirth. Oh yes, of course. We really hope so. Again, it would be very good news. And the focus on what's important in remake, the integrates the lore and aspects from the other. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see it. I see. So this is the big question. We're gonna review remake, right? But while we are reviewing remake, what are our head canons? What's the absolute canon of the story? What's the lore do we need to use? What's the things that are the right things? Do we use the OG FF7 material? Do we use Crisis Core? Can we use it? Can we use things like From Before Crisis, Dirge of Cerberus, Ever Crisis, First Soldier, the novels, and even the movie Advent Children, complete, of course. What the hell? What the hell is the canon? What is canon? What is not canon? Please, I need to know. Well, listen. Okay, I get it. All right. Take it easy. We shall go through this together. Don't you worry. I think the best thing we can do here is possibilities. Yes, if I give you possibilities of things from each part, we can maybe choose the best one. Yes, sometimes I only give you one possibility because maybe that's the best one for me, I guess, for us. as a community, as a viewer, as a watcher, as a person, a fan of this FF7 compilations, a casual fan. I mean, yeah. But what's the real thing? What's the truth? What's the false information from all the compilations? Listen, the remake trilogy as a whole is trying to take information, bits and pieces from all the different compilations, right? To try and create a new complete story with all these bits and pieces. Of course, I already said it, from all these games, and making it the true, maybe the true is not the right word, but the most complete one. At least that's what Nojima said in an interview, which I will be linking this in the description. There's a lot of things I will be linking in the description, at least for this one, for this video. Where is Nojima? When did he say this? I know what he said. I know he said this somewhere. But don't tell me it was Kitase. Don't you tell me. No, I refuse. No, not Kitase. I have nothing against Kitase-san. But, oh, okay. So it was Nomura. So there's this interview. I only fact-checked one of these things. But you will see. I mean, I think I will be showing this to you anyways. So in FF7 Rebirth, and of course, these guys are the devs, okay? If you didn't know, Remake, Rebirth, OG FF7, except Hamaguchi-san. The rest are basically worked on the original game. FF7 Rebirth, creative director Nomura, Tatsuya Nomura, says that in his role as scenario writer, Nojima has set a goal of cleanly organizing once and for all the story of FF7, whose developments have been scattered across various different series since the original game, what we just talked about. Yeah. Does this mean that Crisis Core is no longer canon? Oh boy, I love so much Crisis Core, or Before Crisis, or Dirge of Cerberus. But Dirge of Cerberus is my favorite game. How come he says this now? What do we say about it? What can we do about this? It's still canon to the story. Can we still talk about it like it's real? What about Crisis Core? What Before Crisis? Did those things never happen? Can we use some bits from that? We can, because they actually are used. Some of them. Actually, from what I still gathered, from Crisis Core, Before Crisis, Dirge of Cerberus, yeah, all of this, it's used. The novels too. The novels too, actually. Let me just see something here. The novels, on the way to a smile, that happens between the OG FF7 and Advent Children, the movie. Then we have the Turks, The Kids Are Alright. It's another story, side story. I think it was Nojima. Yes, it was Nojima, the game writer for the OG and Remake and Rebirth, and Part 3 will be him as well, and Crisis Core, and I think Dirge of no, maybe Before Crisis. Yes, I think he also was in Before Crisis, but Dirge of Cerberus, was he the game writer for Dirge of Cerberus? I will not fact check this right now. The Maiden Who Travels the Planet. So all of these that I just said right now are some novels. Oh, of course, and the Traces of Two Pasts. It's the backstories for Tifa and Aerith, which are technically in the story are done in the grasslands after Calm, and on Shinra 8 in Rebirth, like they are in that cargo hole area with all the boxes and stuff. Tifa and Aerith are like talking with each other. In that moment, Aerith shares a story to Tifa, who had previously shared a story in the grasslands. Yes. Out of the novels, that's actually the only one I have finished and read. completely, I'll say that that's completely canon. There's nothing in there that destroys the contradicts. That's also another good word to use it. Contradicts the remake continuity, which these other games before Crisis, Crisis Core, Dirge of Cerberus, of course, they destroy. They kind of break the story if you are to incorporate all of them together. So the best way to do this, or I guess the simplest way, without headaches for now, is to just simply think that the events that happen in these games happened, but they did not happen in the same way that we know that they happen. So let's just say that in Crisis Core, when Genesis pulls up on the reactor in Nibelheim, right? When Sephiroth and Zack are there talking, right? They're having their moment. They're there, right? And then comes out Genesis out of nowhere. Oh, here I am, Genesis. I have a dumb apple. And I like Loveless. I love Loveless. I'm gonna read it to you. I know you hate Loveless, and that's why I'm gonna read it, because I love Loveless. Have I said that I love Loveless? I love it. Great. What a great story. Loveless is amazing. So that makes no sense. OG is not there. Remake, I guess Rebirth is not there yet. Yeah, he's also not there. He won't be there. So those kinds of events, right? So that didn't happen. I believe that in the continuity of Remake, this is my canon, of course. This is assumption. This is nothing the devs have said that will happen. Genesis and Angel do exist because there's also this talk about the G cells and the S cell, of course, S cells, of course, the Sephiroth cells. I'll explain this in the future. Don't you worry. When we get there, if we get there, I hope we do. It will be good. So the cells, right? So they actually Genesis, Angel, and Sephiroth had that relationship of camaraderie at some point, but something happened, and then Angel and Genesis are dead right now. They disappeared, and maybe they're dead, yeah. But the things did not happen in the same way. That's what I'm trying to say here. The brain dead stuff that we see in Crisis Core, there's good things in Crisis Core, of course, but there's a lot of things that make no sense. Okay, the way the dialogue is delivered and some plot points, but the point is, in the remake continuity, Genesis and Angel, or I guess the events that happen in Crisis Core, make more sense now, and yeah, and they're dead, basically. Basically, Angel and Genesis are dead. They died under different circumstances. We could say that Genesis defected the soldier. He went against Shinra, and then he died for it. Maybe Zack killed him. It's possible. This could have happened. Instead of the thing that happens in Banora when he gets cured by the planet's human form Minerva, because his job is not done yet as a soldier. Maybe, and right now he's on deep ground and stuff. No. Okay. No. I don't believe that's the case. It could be, of course. But let's not make this more problematic, more confusing. That's not the point of this. The point of Remake is to bring things together in a more consistent way that makes sense. Yeah, and Angel is dead, of course. I said that. I did. Yeah. It's sad. I know. I hope in the remake continuity, if we do, I don't think we will see him in the game as per se. Maybe in the Ever Crisis. Have you seen Ever Crisis, Angel? Awesome. Even young Sephiroth, amazing. What they're doing in there gives us more into his backstory, which I do like. Some people might not like. I get it. You want him to be secret. You want him to be this guy who is evil and I'm so angry with everything that I'm gonna kill everyone. And I'm gonna manipulate Cloud into helping me. and Claude will be with me, and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, don't you forget that Sephiroth is a human being, just like the rest of us. I mean, his upbringing is a little bit different, of course. It's a sad upbringing. He should not have gone through what he did. He did not deserve it. In a way, it's understandable why he gets so angry. But again, Shinra, the culprit number one, Shinra. But anyway, just to say that the compilations, we can say that they exist, or some parts of it exist that make sense, that complete the story. Okay, not everything, because some things break the narrative. Moving forward, oh boy, how much in are we? Oh God, this is not. I can't. I mean, this is the yapping. Yay! No, this is the yapping. Yeah, a yapping edition where we talk, and I never shut up. Great, amazing. Who is listening to this? Who is listening to this? I will not condemn you for jumping to the actual review chapter part. I will not condemn you. Because 40 minutes, like 40 minutes or 30 minutes, I will cut some things because I did kind of messed up on a way. So my final advice for this is to go into this with an open mind. Let's accept things. Let's not be too. Oh God, I hate. Before Crisis, no, it never happened. It's a mobile game. Who the hell thinks a mobile game happens in a FF7 world? Why did Before Crisis only appear in a mobile game in Japan? Why? I want to play this game. Actually, there's a lot of good things in Before Crisis. Actually, world building stuff regarding the Turks, the Shinra too. Avalanche, the main cell, Avalanche leader, Avalanche right hand, Avalanche science division department, which I do call that guy Hojo-san. If you know what I'm talking about, if you have seen Before Crisis, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. The guy looks like Hojo, the spitting image of Hojo, a younger self of Hojo. He looks like him, he talks like him, it's like he has the same aspirations and everything. I think even Hojo is his idol or something, from what I remember. Yes. We'll get there. We'll talk about Before Crisis when the time comes. We'll talk about the other Turks that supposedly are in the remake, but they're exiled, most of them. One of them is Cisne, but I think Cisne's exile, self-exile, is a little bit different than the exile from the other Turks. There's a Turk called Legend, the Legend which is a Chad, the Chad of Chads. We'll talk about it in due time, of course. So yeah, the continuity about the things we just talked about. We cannot break the story, so we need to take things that makes sense. Okay. Oh yeah, of course, I almost forgot. Kitase, in the producer of the FF7 and Remake 2, maybe Rebirth 2, yes, and also Rebirth. It does say in an interview, which I don't know, I don't have the link for this interview. I did see it somewhere, but it's just a matter of me of researching this. It's not impossible to find. He says something like this: "It's your story." I mean, about the he says something about the remake compilations in general and stuff. It's your story. It can be whatever you want. Oh yeah, because people are like, what is the canon stuff? And he's like, everything, it's whatever you want to be canon. It's your canon. It's your Final Fantasy. Yeah, that's what Final Fantasy is about. Yeah, then we have people just screaming their lungs out on Reddit about how much my thing makes sense and you're dumb and so on and so forth. Yeah, this is one of the things Kitase says. I mean, it is what it is. If people then want to have a headcanon, absolute headcanon, where let me see something like Aerith and Cloud will be together. They're lovers. Aerith somehow will come back and she will marry Cloud, and we'll have billions, 7 billion children. All of them will call a Cloud. Cloud Aerith. This name, everything is possible. Clouds on the sky, clouds in the sky. And their children's name will be Clouds in the Sky. God, I can't say what we want to do. If people want to have their own Final Fantasy, who am I to stop them? Even Kitase says it right here. He basically says it. There's a limit on these things. Okay, some things cannot makes no sense. I already talked about Aerith and Clouds, I guess, and Tifa's. What is supposed to be what the story tells us even. But this is not the time or place to do it. I'm still trying to explain stuff. God damn, I can't believe I'm taking so long to do it. It's crazy. What was I gonna say? Oh yes. Oh boy. I have this information here, and then I just skip it. One thing we can use from, I mean, there's one thing I guess most of us can agree on. It's the OG FF7 is something we can all go back and use because it's the OG FF7, right? It's what the remake is doing. It's not a one-on-one of the OG FF7, but it's a retelling story of the OG, but with extra information from all of the other games that they could not do it at a time, and novels and movie too, of course. So this could be a reality, a dream come true. So is Final Fantasy VII a sequel? Is it just a standalone game? A reimagining? Could it be that it's a sequel and a reimagining? And when we talk about sequels, does it mean that this is a time travel thing? Like did the characters from the previous game time travel back into the past, and then it created a new cycle in the story? Does it mean that this is now a sequel in the sense that the characters from previous games are now in this game? Is it things like oh no, they actually have the information from the future, this is no retelling of a story, it's just characters that have awareness of things that are about to happen? It doesn't mean that they time traveled, it doesn't mean that. Does it mean that I also heard this? Does it mean that it's an alternate timeline where things happen in a different way because the devs want it to happen a different way? Could it also be that this all is an imagining thing that happens in the live stream? Something about like the planet is just reminiscing in the old memories of past events, and somehow Sephiroth and Aerith are just playing 5D chess in those memories, and Remake and Rebirth take place, and even Part 3 will take place in that point in time. And they just want to change the outcome of those things. Is this the case? What is true? What is real? What is fake? Oh boy, so many questions. Well, throughout this game, we're gonna see that characters like Sephiroth, like Aerith, yeah, I guess those are the only ones. They kinda have more information than what they let out to be. I mean, actually, no, that's Aerith's case. Sephiroth is like, I don't really care. I'm just gonna say cryptic stuff, but I'm not trying to hide this in this way. It's just that I know things that have yet to happen, and it's like I experienced them, and that's why I don't want to go through this again. Because it's fate in the previous game, OG, of course, the OG FF7, and the Advent Children. Then don't it does not end well for him. It does not win at the end of the day. It feels like it doesn't get defeated, I have to say. I mean, it is defeated. I mean, but he doesn't die. He doesn't die in the sense that it would be possible to bring him back if we do, let's say, after Dirge of Cerberus. Let's say 2 years after Dirge of Cerberus. If you do something like a third revival, or fourth revival, or whatever, of Sephiroth, using Genova cells or something like that, some ritual, some memories type of thing, would it be possible to bring him back in that timeline? What does it say that he couldn't do it? I mean, it's all about everything's about Cloud again, and I'll talk about it in a very moment specifically why it's Cloud. It's all about him. He is the point of this. He is literally the nucleus, the core, the middle of the universe. Cloud is like it's like the sun for Sephiroth. It's like the thing that keeps him going, without even Cloud realizing this, which is very interesting going forward. In part 3, thinking about this would be interesting what Cloud thinks about it. But again, we'll talk about it when the time comes, of course. But just things that we need to things to think about. Just things to think about. Oh yeah, but I didn't say what the hell is this sequel. God damn it. Okay, so sequel, reimagining. Does it follow the previous OG FF7? In a way, it does, right? We do. Like I said, it's not a complete one-to-one, but the bits and pieces that we need to hit, they do happen in Remake and in Rebirth in a way. It's not in complete the same way, but it happens. And in part 3, it will also happen with extra stuff. The story, if we try to isolate this from the OG and saying this is just a self-contained story, even if the devs, I think it is. Oh god, there's so much to talk. Oh god, I'm gonna be here forever. Oh shit. Oh god, I'm only realizing this. Just give me a minute. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy, the price of freedom, not the price of freedom, but the price of yapping is steep. So, speaking of the sequel slash reimagining slash both of them, I think it would be better for the story being a sequel, like a direct sequel. Let's say that the OG FF7 happened, right? Then we have Advent Children, and then we have Remake, a continuity. Given how the Advent Children ended, in specifically talking about Sephiroth, how Sephiroth supposedly died, right? How he disappeared from the story. Kinda felt like a threat, like a warning, when he said the iconic words. Cloud says to him, Cloud first says to him, stay where you belong in my memories. And Sephiroth says, I will never become a memory. It's like he's saying it to him. Listen, this is not the end for me. I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna get what I want, man. You can't stop me. In fact, you will help me achieve it. That's how it felt to me when I saw the Advent Children. But then again, I saw Advent Children after I've watched Remake and played Remake, and in OG FF7 too. But that's how it felt to me, even though I already knew that Remake and Rebirth and Remake trilogy would happen, of course. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I know that the devs, there's an interview in the devs when I think it was to Nomura and Kitase too. I think there's an interview with Kitase. He says that Final Fantasy VII Remake is a reimagining of the iconic original game that goes much deeper into the world and characters of Final Fantasy VII than ever before. We're not making a straight one-to-one copy or a simple remaster of the game. There's more to read if you want, but basically they talk about the reimagining. There's one where they say, "Oh, we don't want people to think this is a spin-off or a sequel. This is a reimagining of the game, of the story." And I'm like, oh, should we take this the way they say it? I mean, I don't like it, of course, but uh, if I think we should take this with a big grain of salt, like giant chunks of salt, uh, like glacier size cubic salt pieces, massive, huge pieces, because it fits so well. It fits so well if it's a sequel. It's better. I mean, we wanted to say it feels better. You might say you don't like it, which is fine. It's fine if you don't want this to be a sequel. It's fine if you just want the original game be the original game, and then we have the remake, which is something completely separate. But but you have so much scenes in remake. It straight up tells you, it's right there, this guy, the Sephiroth. It's like you went through this shit. I mean, what? All right, let's just say, what if Sephiroth did not have these memories and stuff? Right? What if he didn't experience it? And he got this information somehow going through the library, memories of the live stream. God knows how he did it in the for the first time, I guess, if he didn't do the OG. Because he does not have the same experience, if you want to say this, because if we go that way, the Sephiroth in remake does not have the same experience, not assuming that that he did not time travel, right? And he got this information from the live stream somehow about the future, right? If there's no experience, he shouldn't be able to know how to do this, right? He shouldn't. He just shouldn't. Oh, but the devs now writing to know. Mary Sue. It's like these things. It's like, oh, he just can't do it because he can't do it because I wrote him to be. I mean, if the devs can do it, I guess we might speak against it, though, right? It just gives them more, I guess, a realistic side, a more logical side, more sense. It makes more sense for Sephiroth, being able to know what he's doing in the live stream, what his plans, what he wants to do in the future, what he wants to use Cloud for, the whisper things, the manipulation it is with the rest of the world, and specifically the party as well, the party members of FF7, specifically Cloud again. It makes the story better. It makes for a more plausible way for Sephiroth being able to do the things he is able to do in remake, having the information that he has, not like we're just reimagining, rewriting this, and Sephiroth now, I guess he can just do this because it's something that he can do, and it's supposedly only the Cetra. I mean, only the Cetra have the option to say if they want to join the live stream or not. This is actually, and this is said in the novel On a Way to a Smile, live stream white and live stream black, which I will be reading one point. We'll talk about those things because those are very important bits. Those are one of the bits that are very important for this story, that it completes. Again, it's a good one. It completes. You don't need to use it. Of course, you need to use it, but I found it to be just too good. It's just perfect for this. It explains things in the best possible way. It gives us a glimpse of what things are about to come, how things worked before, and how things are working. I mean, specifically how Sephiroth and Aerith are able to do the things they do. If we say that this never happened, and the Sephiroth that is here in the present in remake can't do, he just can't do this now. You know, he's angry that Cloud just dragged him into the live stream back 5 years ago. Now he's very angry, and somehow he's very good. He's a very good student. He learns fast. Versus Sephiroth came from the future. Oh boy, how the hell did you manage to do that? Oh, he does have some experience with the live stream. He does also have some experience of not wanting to join the planet and losing his own personality. He does have an experience of he does also manage to manifest himself into the living world once again through their clones or their entities. That makes it plausible for the reasons that I just stated. If you don't like it, you don't need to like it, but things feel better this way. It makes it more fluid, and I'm just repeating myself. And you can read all of these things that the devs say. Of course, there's also this one. I need to read this thing that Nomura says. I do not like this. When asked about story changes to expect from Rebirth and the Untitled Part 3, Nomura, if you play right through the end, it will link up to Advent Children, so you don't have to worry about that. If he said this with a straight face and he's not trolling, like a lot of people say that Nomura is a troll man, is the ultimate troll. I think it's because Kingdom Hearts stuff, right? He says some things that make no sense. I mean, I'm not saying this does not make sense. It's if this is actually what the devs meant and and want to be true, it's their decision. What can I say? I might not like it, but if this is their decision, if this is what they want to say about the story, and it will link up with Advent Children, I don't like this. Oh boy, I really don't like this. Oh god, because remember the sequel thing? It's still possible, but what's the point? What's the fucking point? I'm sorry, Nomura. I think they're trolling. I think he's trolling. It's possible. Again, a big grain of salt. I hope they're lying here. I hope they're trying to mislead us. Because basically, with this statement, what he's saying is the remake trilogy will end up the same way as the OG. Because if it links up with Advent Children, let's say linking up in the sense that after Remake Part 3, you can watch Advent Children. It could be a link up from a different point. Like I said, there's the OG, there's Advent Children, and then there's the remake. Because there's things in FF7 Remake, specifically the last episode, that links up to Advent Children. That part it's actually true. But the way he says it here, if this is not a mistranslation from the Japanese, if you play right through the end, it will link up to Advent Children, so you don't need to worry about that. Oh my god, it really is. I mean, in a way, it also confirms that Zack and Aerith will die. I already had this feeling. It's the story. It's the themes. The theme of loss. The character of Zack being the hero, and the guy who sacrifices, who will help Cloud, who will save him at the end. This is actually a possibility. I haven't specifically talked about this yet, but Zack could be a character that saves Cloud in Part 3 in a specific moment. But then again, Sephiroth does not want... It shouldn't be Sephiroth who kills Cloud. Again, Sephiroth does not want to kill Cloud. For various reasons. We will see them in the near future. I can't believe I'm talking about this now. I should be talking about this now. This was not on the script. Here I am, deviating from the script. And that's what I do. I always do it. I cannot maintain to the script, to something I write. Things go into my mind and I just start talking about them. Anyway, this is all the things that they've said. I will link them up in the description. There's also this thing about the 1 year ago that's asked about. This is with Rebirth actually. Riri made it from a fan's perspective. The creators of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. What does Nomura say? Yeah, this is the one when I said it's what I just read. I needed to fact check that, and he does say it. He said it 1 year ago. Again, big chunk of salt, big chunks of salt. Please remember that. Take this with not grains of salt, big glacier, huge pieces, chunks of salt, okay? Right, let's hope so. Please, Nomura, don't do this to me. Please, don't do this to me. Because if this is true, he's right. He's just saying it. He's just saying it. How the game is gonna end right here, right now. The very first beginning video review when I didn't even start the opening. I haven't started. How long is this? Like 1 hour plus? Oh my god. What is this? How is this possible? Oh my god. Nomura. Nomura, don't do this to me. Nomura-san, Tetsuya Nomura-san, please. Tetsuya Nomura-san, the troll, don't do it, don't do it. I'll stop calling him troll. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with him. Oh yeah, just another thing. Technically, it does not have anything to do with this, but it's the Zack thing that I said just a moments ago, and the Aerith. It's the way some things might happen, right? Even if I wanted them to be alive. Again, I love these characters, especially Zack. Zack and Cloud. I like my beings. I can see them in me. I see myself in them, in both of them, and specifically, I guess, in Cloud. And Zack is like the thing I want to be, like the guy who does it. He's not afraid. Just, you know what? There's something he needs to do. He's like, we'll just do it. Don't you worry. We're gonna do it, and we'll do it, and we do it with style. Imagine a story ending with everybody being alive. Would you like something like that? Like, even Sephiroth. Sephiroth is alive. He doesn't die. Zack doesn't die. Aerith doesn't die. Genesis and Jill are alive. Glenn is alive. In fact, President Shinra is alive. Everybody who died is alive. Oh my god. Biggs, Wedge, Jesse, the cats of Wedge. Yes, which are actually... the modules for the 3 cats of Wedge are the 3 cats of Hamaguchi. Yes, did you know that? Yeah, yes, that's said in what's the name? Ultimania. I don't know if it's the remake of the Rebirth one, but it's one of those 2. And it said that it says that, all right. But is that the theme of FF7? Is that the story would you want? Sure, we want people to die. We love the characters. We want them to be alive. I do want to see, if possible, in a DLC, in a chapter extra in Remake Part 3, which I don't believe that they will do it, but it's possible. Let's see what they do. Where we have extra interaction with, of Zack with specifically Cloud. I would like to see how Zack... the interactions he has with the gang, Jesus. And Aerith, please give these 2 the moment. God damn, I need to see this. Not from Crisis Core's writing stand, from a remake Part 3 writing stand. I want to see these characters talk. Please interact with each other. I want to do side quests with them. Please, come on. Yes, this is me, but in the end, it would be it makes for a better story. They're being dead. Their deaths are just that important. We know important Cloud, Aerith and Zack are for Cloud and for other characters in the story. I mean, right? For us, of course, but it's like the soul of the game. You take this away. Is this Final Fantasy VII? Can we say it? It is Final Fantasy VII. Part of the reason we actually love I mean, for me, I cannot speak for myself. That Zack is such an important character in Aerith too. I mean, it's the pain, it's the tragedy um, of their story. How Cloud gets so fucked up because of it. And he has to keep going. It's the part of the loss, accepting loss. There's also this part in the Traces of Two Pasts and in Aerith's chapter, when she cannot accept that Ifalna is she's gone. Like she dies, right? But for Aerith, she just cannot believe it. No, my mother's not dead. No, no, no. She's still here. I see her in my dreams. She talks with me. Which at the time she actually thought it was just dreams, not her abilities, Cetra abilities that enabled her to see Ifalna. And actually, you don't even need the abilities to see these things. But in the case of Aerith, I guess if you are Cetra, um, you can communicate with the planet. Of course, that makes sense. But if you are not, if you aren't, you are not a Cetra, you can still see the visions. I mean, this is weird. I should not be talking about this right now. There's because I need to give some background information, some other stuff, and I don't have time for that. It's because of the story that I'm remembering from the Traces of Two Past. You should read them. Pretty cool stuff. But just to say that in Advent Children we see Cloud, or I guess in the OG too, in Rebirth too, he can speak with Aerith in certain moments. But in Advent Children specifically, like there's this extra plane, white plane, which he can talk to her. And this is actually Aerith. She's the one who's doing this. And Aerith, as a child, does this to a kid that disappeared. And he was like, it was missing, and people were looking out for him in the Sector 5 slums. And she has a dream with the kid when she talks with him and is like, I need help. I'm in Sector 5, Sector 6 entrance. Please, come help me. And that was just a dream sequence. And then Aerith tells this to Elmira, and then Elmira tells to a guy who was supposed to drive them to calm because some things were happening. And then they actually find him. And then later, years later, that kid comes back to talk with her and ask her about that dream, because he remembers the dream. He remembers that Aerith went to talk with him, and then he told her where he was. And then the kid woke up, and he knew that it was kind of dream. But then somebody saved his life, and then he was like, he just wanted to say thank you. And then Aerith said, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, because she needed to. Yeah, I mean, there's reasons for this. I'm not going into them right now. Focus. We need to be on topic. Oh God. This is going so bad. I won't be against you to just leave past this. I'll understand. I'll understand if you want to go past this. Did I talk about? Oh, because I didn't specify this. I do believe that Sephiroth in Remake and the Remake trilogy is from the future. The one we see, the one who is in control of the his body, I guess, that is in Northern Crater. I do believe there's, again, we will go through all of these things in the chapters. That Sephiroth, it makes sense for Sephiroth to go from the future to the past. Somehow, that's how he does it. That's why these whispers exist. Again, the edge of creation stuff, extra, all of these things, defying fate. This can only happen if you know these things from before, and you have to disrupt your destiny. Sephiroth's predestiny is fixed. It's not a good ending for him. and he cannot accept it. He just can't. He is Sephiroth. He's the one, the chosen one. How the hell does this planet think he can just command my life like this? No, I will destroy everything. I will come back to the past if it must be, and I will defy this fate, this destiny. I will destroy everything. I will make it so that I'm the one who can govern this world. And Cloud will help me. Yes, I'll make sure he helps me. In Livestream Black, it's one of the passages from the novels On a Way to a Smile that happens between OG FF7 and Advent Children. And this one is specifically about Sephiroth. Livestream Black. This specifically happens when he dies, right? After that ending scene in the OG. When Cloud kills him in his head. Sephiroth just cannot accept his fate. He does not want to. He will not let it happen. His anger has not subsided. He needs to keep going. He just can't accept. He just can't accept it. Throughout the game, in the OG, is you coming to terms with the loss of various characters' deaths. The most important one would be, or I guess important to us, would be Aerith, right? She's dead, and there's nothing we can do about it. It's done. We have to somehow be able to keep moving forward and fight for her. Zack is dead, and there's nothing we can't do about it. The Wedge, Biggs, and Jesse, Dyne. There's more characters, and I forgot about him right now. But that's the thing. Throughout the game, it's about that. It's about the acceptance. One of the many things, right? There's more things about the themes of FF7. And we're going to the final battle to defeat Cetra, so we can actually do something. We can give the planet a chance to defend himself from the meteor. So the world doesn't end, and Sephiroth does not become a super god man who can destroy the universe and timelines and stuff. Who knows? We have to stop him somehow. And then you have the opposite of this, which Sephiroth embodies, and he's already been doing this. I mean, even the OG, like the first time that Cloud defeated him in the Mako Reactor in Nibelheim, that should have been hit, right? Sephiroth was thrown into the live stream. Sure, the head of Genova was with him, but that should have been hit. It's not possible. It's right, but he did somehow. He somehow did it. I mean, it's true that Genova cannot be accepted into the live stream. That is true, because Genova does not come from the planet. We learned this in Rebirth without a doubt. The Gi tells us about it, actually. But Sephiroth came from the live stream. Even though he was already born with Genova cells, he was injected as an embryo. If I'm not mistaken, this was the procedure for Sephiroth's birth. Was injecting Genova cells into a fetus, and then he would grow up to be a super soldier. Mako, did he have Mako, or did he get? Was he experimented after that? Probably after. Yeah, he wouldn't do that to Lucrezia, of course. Hojo cannot lose his super soldier boy. Spoilers. Yeah, Hojo is Sephiroth's father. Yeah. And Lucrezia is Sephiroth's mother. Anyway. Where was I going with this? Oh yes, the live stream stuff. So Sephiroth can return to live stream because his spirit was born from the live stream. But he does not. He can't. And then I don't know how the hell he gets there. He drives. He doesn't drive. He swims? What? All right, but he takes his body to the northern crater, that cocoon stuff with trees, roots, and whatever around the weapons. Yeah, how the hell does he do that? But there's a cost to it. I guess his lower body and his left arm, right arm, his lower body and right arm get lost in the process. Maybe because he's trying to do self-surgery, he did it later and he never lost them when he got there, or maybe he did lost them in the process to travel there. These are the things that I have to assume. I have not seen anything written where it says that his body disintegrated in the Mako and then in the live stream throughout the planet, traveling to the northern crater. This is my assumption that along the way, or after he arrived at the northern crater, he started to do self-surgery to create his ultimate body, safer Sephiroth that we see in the last battle. Not the last battle, but almost the last battle. You can die at least. You can lose, I guess, in the OG FF7. And then we have the Cloud, the iconic Cloud, and Sephiroth clash in Cloud's mind. Shirtless Sephiroth. There might be something. There might be some information why Sephiroth was shirtless. Was it to sell toys? Was it something else? Was it some kind of agenda that I don't know about? We'll try to get this information in due time. Yes. But this to say, God, where am I going with this? Goodness me. The acceptance, of course. Oh my God, the acceptance of yapping edition, but everybody, yeah, let's go, let's do it. The acceptance that everybody has, us, the players too. We have to finally accept this. Many characters throughout the story cannot accept a lot of things. Aerith had some, when she was a kid, also couldn't, again, with the fauna, which I would like to talk about in more specific in its own part, because in due time when we get the chapter of Aerith, not now. God damn it, I need to stop myself. God damn, I know I want to talk about this, but there's so much to talk about. But we need to go. Oh shit. God, I love this. I love this story so much. I guess you know what? That's what I'm talking about. This, I'm realizing I love this game. God damn, I love Final Fantasy. Oh my god, it's amazing. Oh my god, it's just incredible. Oh, yum, yum. Let us jump right now, because we kind of have no right understanding of this. Because it makes sense for Sephiroth to do a time travel and assimilate himself with his previous self, I guess. It's not like the previous Sephiroth died. It's think about it like a fusion. That's how I think about it. At least that's how I interpret it. Sephiroth comes from the future, right? He sacrifices memories, he sacrifices, because that's the only way he could do it in the Advent Children, to be able to manifest himself. The laws, Yazoo and Kadaj, they are technically Sephiroth. He broke himself in 3 parts, and he was able to manifest those 3 guys. They're technically Sephiroth, which is very interesting. The way they all act throughout Advent Children, especially in the end when Kadaj is like, "Oh, mother, oh, finally I can be with mother and my brother, Cloud. Yes, it certainly is my brother." And and then he mistakes Aerith for her mother. He really and Cloud also mistakes Aerith for her mother in the final scene. But that's one of Sephiroth's inner desires, what he actually wanted. Wait, I'm not saying it's wrong, right? Like Kadaj, Laws, and Yazoo are parts of Sephiroth that he created to be able to manifest himself later, fully manifest himself into the Advent Children. Please, somebody that is listening to this, I will fact check this, of course. I will read the black the novels live stream black and live stream white again. I will read it. We will read it in due time, and I'll remember this, of course. But I don't think so. Do I have it right here? Can I read it right now? Okay, I do have it. Oh no, I can't. No. This is not the time. No. This is not the time to do it. But listen, I'm 90% sure that this is what the live stream black says, and that was my interpretation is not too far off from it, because Sephiroth has to he needs to sacrifice his memories. He sacrifices his memories from his childhood when he was a young man. I guess Ever Crisis is one of those moments that in this time didn't exist, but now it's one of the reasons. Even his self-image, he sacrifices in order to do that thing. I mean, to be able to have power, to manifest things into the world, to create more hatred and stuff. And then Aerith in the live stream has some problems because of that, because Sephiroth is angry. He's making people angry. He's making spirits angry. This is not good. Spirits that have hatred cannot find peace and join the live stream, which is interesting. This is some interesting things. And the reason Sephiroth is okay doing this, first is because he wants to achieve whatever he wants to achieve. He wants to manifest himself again into the world. And he makes Cloud, the memories that Cloud has of Sephiroth, his core, to be able to always come back in his full form, I guess, in his Sephiroth with long hair, Nivea hair that he uses for his product airline, what was it? I'm gonna read this part actually, but just to say that because he can count on Cloud to always remember him. He can count on him to bring him back. He can always count on him. That's why he did it. And he actually wants Cloud to know this. And I'm going to read this part of Live Stream Black 1 in a moment. God, you know what? I'm just going to read it right now. God, I was not supposed to read this. I was going to create a build-up thing. This is how I had it in my mind. I'm going to read this. It's going to make sense. But now, you know what? Here we are. I guess this is the best time to read about this. So here's the passage that I want everyone to remember, at least, to try to. Oh shit! Okay, so Sephiroth is here again. All right, this is what it says before. So one thing to have conscious about. Please try to remember this. This is important. So live stream Black 1. Again, from a way to a smile, all that stuff I already talked about. Nojima wrote it. I did not say this. Did I say this? I didn't. All right, but I said it right now. Okay, so here's this passage that I want you to pay attention. The man knew, this is Sephiroth, that if one could hold on to some core of their spirit, then one could remain a separate entity, independent from the plant system. Cloud. The man decided to make Cloud that core, and he wanted to let Cloud know of that. I'm still thinking of you, and I'll show you the proof of that as well. Once again, please remember this passage. Very important. Cloud is the key to Sephiroth. Return, it's all about this. It's all about Cloud. It's right there. It would be interesting to see how Cloud reacts to this in Remake Part 3. If you have a character that can bypass death, a physical death in this sense, unless Aerith goes to the live stream, or the future Aerith, Omni Aerith that is in the live stream, tries to... Oh, I did not talk about that. Oh, shit. I'll talk about it when the time comes. But when I damn it, I'm going to deviate again from my point. I can't do. I have to stop doing this. God damn it. I'll finish this. I'll talk about Aerith in a moment. A way to kill, or I guess for Sephiroth to be able to be at peace, to let go of this hatred and this coming back to life and sacrificing his own memories, his own self, his own image. He did at some point in Advent Children. Sephiroth didn't even know how he looked like. He probably didn't know how he sounded like. But Cloud, now he did know that. Cloud would never forget something like that, and that's why he was able to manifest himself again. The same way he does it in Remake. It's the same principle. The same principle used in Advent Children to manifest himself into the world. It's a similar way he does it here. I would assume that the way he comes back in time to possess or fuse with his present self is not the same way he does it in Advent Children. I would say the principles are the same, yet to give up something to be able to do something like this, because this is insane. First of all, just not dying and not joining the planet, and then going across time and space, breaking all the possible rules that should not be possible to do, but he does it. We'll see in a moment what I'm talking about. But very fast. If Sephiroth is a guy, and I did a video about this. If Sephiroth, there's only one Sephiroth, there's no multiple Sephiroths. And now we'll go through this. The theory that people talk about that there's like a different bunch of Sephiroths. I think the devs even talked about, Sephiroth says these things differently throughout the game, or there's these 4 types of Sephiroths or whatever. It's not like they said that there's 4 different parts of Sephiroth. There's 4 different entities of Sephiroth. It could be Sephiroth at different times talking in a different way. For me, it's just one Sephiroth. It makes sense if there's at least 2 Aeriths. I mean, only 2 Aeriths. Actually, I only think there's only 2 Aeriths. Because Aerith, knowing what Sephiroth did, being aware that he left the future and was able to return to the past to try to mess up with the world, with the plans, with the fate, with all that stuff, she will try to give this information pass this information on to the present Aerith, using the live stream, the plan itself, of course. And Aerith even talks about this in Rebirth. This is the most direct one, when she actually refers to her future self to Cloud, when she's talking to Cloud in Costa del Sol. Sunset, actually. It was in the sunset after the battle. The battle with Hojo's octopus thing. She says to Cloud something like, I really hope you can meet her, my future self. You like her. So you could say, but isn't that a metaphor? Is it a metaphor? Does it feel like it's a metaphor? I don't think so, but when we get there, yes, when we get there, we will see the actual implications of that. But I just wanted you to point that out, of course, because it does not make sense for Aerith to rob of her past self another person, right? Even if it's her, it's different. Of her experiences she has to experience, of her future she has to live. It makes no sense. It makes sense if she wants to help it, sure, and she kind of talks with back and forth, like, makes sense. I would even say she actually talks with this future Aerith, talks with Cloud in the scene in chapter 14 of Remake. A lot of things point out that Aerith is the future Aerith. A lot of things point out. And the Aerith of Remake has a lot of things there's a lot of information that the future Aerith might have given her for various reasons. She knows a lot of things that will happen before people say or even talk about. She knows what Cloud's name, or he's a soldier that does this and that, and she's been expecting him. She actually says this. I guess not in this way. She says in a date part, not the date part, but when you finish all the side quests in Sector 5 slums, you talk to her close to her house in the flowers stuff. She says today is a special day to Cloud. Like she was expecting him all this time. Like she knows that after this only shit is gonna go down and there won't be a lot of time to experience a calm and day-to-day stuff, doing random things, merc stuff, mercenary stuff. Yeah, that's what I want to say. It's one of the points. I mean, there's a lot of things. These I would say are the biggest ones. One of the biggest ones that can give me these artifacts, I guess, that give me the impression that these characters came from the world of OG FF7 / Advent Children after these events happened, and then came to the present because of Sephiroth. Sephiroth was the one who wants to change his fate. He is the one who does not accept. Once again, he can't accept. He's angry. He cannot let go of that hatred. It's just, we're gonna see it. A lot of times, Sephiroth cannot let go of his hatred. In a moment, you'll see why I'm saying this. You will. I hope you can understand. Let's hope. Again, hope in mind, everybody. Hope in mind. Here we go. Finally. Oh boy. Finally, we're gonna start the opening review. Oh my god, I can't believe this is it. Oh shit. Oh my god. Just before we start, the sequel part, this is how I feel for me. You don't need to follow my belief system, how I think this is, but it does. It makes the game cooler. It makes things more consistent, with more how do we say this? Everything is connected somehow in this way. Being a sequel, of course, not a live stream stuff that happens in the planet memories. No. This is real. This is actually real. And again, even if characters can time travel, in this case, Sephiroth is able to go through these things, these transformations, able to manifest himself into the present world, the past world. It does not mean that characters because this happens with Aerith, she gets her information from the future. Yeah, I mean, Aerith from the future does go, even if she time travels, she cannot manifest himself. She could, but she won't do it for the reasons that I said already. She does not want to rob the future of the present Aerith. And losing herself would be something, or sacrificing her memories, her own being would be something that it's not. She does not want to do. One of the reasons is she wants Cloud to remember how she was. At least this was how in Advent Children. She did not. She could have done the same thing that Sephiroth did to manifest itself, but if she did it, it would be like a Kadaj laws or Yazoo type of thing. It would be like 3 different types of Aerith, which had different names. But it's interesting how Sephiroth doing that in Advent Children. How the hell did the other guy who liked to do punches and another shooting with guns? Kadaj was actually the one who made sense in a way. But whatever. Advent Children, right? something. The movie was not as bad from what I heard before. From what I had heard, I thought it was gonna be worse, but um, I mean, it was enjoyable, but those guys was, and then the cloud being reversed, his character development thrown out the trash was a little bit, in my opinion, in my humble and personal opinion. If you like Cloud's development from the OG to Advent Children, 2 years and still being depressed and stuff, I'm not saying he shouldn't be. But the way they did it, it's like it never had any development in the OG. It felt like it for me. Again, if you like it, you like it. I'm not here to debate Advent Children. I'm here to talk about the remake, which I still haven't started. Ugh, the opening. God damn. I think this is it. All right. We should be able to do it now. What is this? Oh no, not the promise. Oh no, I forgot about this. Oh, these other things. I have these tabs here with the information that I want to talk about in the opening scene, explaining the things we are about to watch and about to hear too. Why did I do this? Why didn't I saved this for later? You know what? Whatever. Since we're still talking about this, right? I'm sorry. If you haven't skipped this, you are a true bro. Whether you are a man or a woman, doesn't matter. You're a true bro, a true sister. Yeah. Great props to you if you're here. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm just talking here like I'm hoping somebody's listening to this because I just love this. I just love this. I did the research for this. I wanted to make sure I had some information, so it wouldn't be like a 10-minute thing. Because I guess I wanted this to be the true yapping edition. Okay. I'm sorry. I was supposed to talk about this a little bit later, maybe at the end of Rebirth. I guess it's fine. I guess the reason it would make sense. The reason I'm doing this, it's in case this series doesn't go well. At least I talked about this. At least maybe that's why I'm doing this. Now I get it. Now talking about this, now I understand why I did this. I went looking for this and why I'm talking about it. Do I have the link for this though? Let me see. Okay, so what is this that I want to talk about? So this is about the last thing that we see in FF7 Rebirth. The very last thing we see of no promises await at Journey's End. This will make zero sense if you have not watched the Rebirth. I should have said probably spoilers, but hey, I already said this before. Everything is on the table. Everything is available. Everything is game. It might be a little random putting this here, but I need to talk about this. I really hope. God, I really hope that if you have not watched anything about Rebirth or played until now, god damn, I'm sorry about this. I really do. But I did say everything is game. Spoilers will not be a thing I will be. You should not be expecting not having spoilers. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, no promises await at Journey's End. This is also tied in with Aerith's theme song of Rebirth. Is the theme song of Rebirth. No promises to keep. Things might happen. We might not see each other again. I really want to see. I want us to see each other again. And again, it's Aerith with everybody else. But here's the thing. This might not mean anything again, but I just want you to listen to this. It might be important. I went to see the Final Fantasy VII E3 2015 trailer from the PS4, and there's a talk about a promise. Just listen to the narrator George Clooney. It's not George Clooney, but he sounds a lot like George Clooney. Anyway, just listen.
But after the long calm, there are now the beginnings of a stir. The reunion at hand may bring joy. It may bring fear. But let us embrace whatever it brings. For they are coming back. At last, the promise has been made.
The reunion at end, it may bring joy, it may bring fear, but let us embrace whatever it brings. And what did he say after that? Shit. For they are coming back. The promise has been made. This technically is before Remake. It's like it's the E3 trailer for 2015, of course. It was to announce that Remake was in the making, was being produced, right? What can we take from this? No promises to keep at journey's end. Till the day we meet. This is one of the lyrics of the song. Till the day we meet again. I wish I could stay. This is some of the things it said. So we don't know if they're going to see him. We're going to see them again. Of course, we are going to see them again. We're going to see Aerith with in his special rules, like at the Northern Craters type of thing. It could be after the before Cloud loses himself completely. Zed gets lobotomized mentally. And at the very end of the game too, we could see Aerith there somehow manifested in live stream, because there's a lot of live stream there, a lot of things, and she could manifest herself, and she could manifest himself in some way. We have to kind of see still our final limit break, the Great Gospel. Yes, we do need to see that. What am I saying here? Oh, of course. So this with this trailer here, talking about they're coming back. And the promise has been made. I get it. It's the promotional stuff. Yes, I understand. Maybe there's nothing here. Just are two different things. What is it supposed to mean at the end of the day? I mean, they will see each other again. I mean, is that something? Oh my God! But is that something? That's not something crazy. We all expected that. Of course, we all expected this. For them to see each other again. But the promise was already made, all right? The promise is made. They will see each other again. Wherever the reunion brings, let us embrace whatever it is. And and finally the promise has been made. But no promises to keep. So the promise will be made, basically. Okay, this trolling stuff that's happening here. I could be wrong again. Listen, this is just something that I found interesting, and just wanted to share with you. I mean, promotional, 2015, almost 10 years ago. Crazy, time flies. I know. Here we are. Promises, no promises to keep, but the promise has been made. Wait, what? Wait, what?
For they are coming back.
Wait.
At last, the promise has been made.
At last, the promise has been made. So it does not mean it has been kept. It has been. It's supposedly the promise. So this promise will be made. Basically, yeah, it will be made. They will see each other again. All that stuff. Wait, does that mean she will be back to life? I mean, there's this theory, possible that's mine. That's what I would think. I would be okay with this if they they die in this game. I mean, they will return. When I say they, it's Aerith and Zack. They return to the live stream like the original game. In this timeline, it's over. But maybe in a possible parallel timeline, she and Zack could be the protagonists there. And maybe they need to fight a new threat, possibly Genova. Because Sephiroth is going to be done. In this game, Sephiroth, the next one, Sephiroth will be done. It's over, Sephiroth. I'm sorry, Sephiroth. It's just how it is. The guy needs to rest. This hatred, this consumption of hatred, this obsession. It's not good. I mean, it's not good for him. It's not good for anyone. He needs to have a peace. He needs to be at peace. It's so much angry and hatred. That would be the best ending for Sephiroth, because Remake is about him trying to remake his fate. That's what happens at the end of Remake. He's able to finally be able out of the shackles of fate. He can finally alter history, or better used, he has more control, he has more power, he has more influence to do it, because they're still fighting in Rebirth. The White Whispers versus the Black Whispers, I guess. Like the live stream Black and White, like the difference. The planet versus Sephiroth is still there. Like we see in chapter 7. Is it 7? Or is it 9? It's the one where Tifa goes into the inside, gets eaten by a baby weapon. And then she sees Sephiroth, and then Sephiroth tries to kill Tifa. He is right there, in the center of the world. Yes, live stream stuff. Okay, finally, we're gonna start this. Let's go, finally. I can't believe it. After so much yapping, finally, we're gonna start the review of of Remake, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Opening sequence. Good lord. Let's start. I mean, we gotta do this. We gotta focus. I know this is the yapping edition, but we're gonna focus right now. We're gonna steamroll this we're gonna catch our train, and there's no stopping it. There's no stopping this damn train. We're not gonna stop. No, we're not gonna stop. They ain't no stopping this train, bruh. No way. No, sir. Okay. Everybody, thank you once again for being here and watching this review with me. Us together. Together we will find out what will happen at the end of the game. Understand better the better. I forgot about to say that. The point of this is not only to see what will happen in the final game. It's for us to comprehend and understand better the characters, to appreciate them more. Anyway, let us start. FF7 Final Fantasy VII Remake, not so abridged review, opening review. I mean, yapping edition. Right. Let us go on to it. So, how does the game start? The game starts with an opening, some clouds. We see some clouds in a rocky landscape, which has no grass, no trees, no wildlife, at least that we can see. No life here. That's kind of the idea that it's giving to us. And we do see, before this, we actually see clouds. That's right. Clouds. How funny. I thought the very first thing we're gonna see was not the big plot thing. Would not be this. It might not mean something. Clouds means just it could be just an aesthetic to start the movie. But this does work for the story of FF7, because there's a character in FF7 that has a connection to clouds. Our main protagonist. Cloud. How coincidental. Oh wow. I mean, it might not mean many things, but it's the first thing we see. It's the clouds. What's gonna happen? It's gonna be a journey that we know. This also happens at the end of Remake. When the unknown journey continues, lyrics appear. More clouds again, and the Song of Hollow, which represents clouds. Hollow heart is hollow. head is a hollow character. I mean, I say hollow heart, but not really. He does not have a hollow heart. That's what Sephiroth wants to Cloud to build to think. But he's a character that is missing something. A part of him is he's not complete. He's in search of it. He needs to find himself, his complete self, his true self. There's a few times we do see his true self manifest very slightly, but again, we'll get there. Cloud, I'll talk about who Cloud is more specifically in Chapter 1, a review. For now, clouds mean the sky is gloomy, it's not clear, it's uncertain. We don't know what's gonna happen. Is it gonna rain? Is it gonna sunny day? Is it more clouds? Is it gonna be more cloudy? We don't know, but this is just a little aesthetic. It's just a little depiction of what we're watching. I bet you did not expect me to talk about the weather, huh? But anyway, I think I made my point. We will have a lot of time to talk about Cloud, of course. At some point, a bird appears. Look, it's a bird. It's flying. Oh, great. Beautiful. Yes. Guess what's gonna happen? We're gonna talk about the bird. Yes, we are gonna talk about the bird. You thought we're just gonna keep going and talk about the next piece of information? This is the yapping edition. We talk about everything that's important, that I think it's important at least. Why is it very important? I ask, and you ask, perhaps, maybe, I don't know if you are asking, but here's the reason. Here's the question. What do birds have that makes them able to fly? Do you know? Do you have an idea? Yes, wings, of course. Of course, wings help birds fly, no doubt about it. But what do have birds have on their wings? In all their bodies, actually. Cover their whole body. Feathers. Yes, that's right. Feathers. Correct. I know some of you, a lot of you thought about feathers the first time. I just want the others to have a chance. Okay, we need to progress together. All right, we need to go. Like I said, we are in this together. We're in this together. We're gonna get to the answers. Hopefully together as well. We need to be on the same page too. So what do feathers mean? I mean, in this game, we could say I have two different types of feathers. We have the dark feathers and we have the white feathers. The dark feathers signify the bad omen, bad things that might happen in the future, a grim future, and something bad is gonna happen. Oh boy, this is not good. Every time you see these feathers, something is not right, and these dark feathers are associated with Sephiroth, our main antagonist, or perhaps our main best friend. Maybe he's trying to save Cloud. Maybe this is all a misunderstanding. Maybe he's just all right. I'll stop. Then we have the white feathers. White feathers. Does that mean Angel from Crisis Core? Is that what it means? I mean, we don't need to go that far. I wouldn't say. I mean, I cannot say it's not Angel, but at the same time, think about it this way. It's just a more simple way. It's a feather that represents a bright future, possibilities, full of possibilities. There's hope in the future. We cannot give up yet. We must keep going. And this example for the white feather appearing would be the beginning of FF7 Rebirth, and then goes and passes through Zack, and Zack notices. Yes, he's actually the only one who noticed this white feather. So this could be the white feather specifically for Zack, because later on, that the world that he's in supposedly doesn't last. Maybe that world is the world where Zack wakes up after the end of Rebirth. There's a possibility for that, but this could be that Zack's future is bright, is hopeful. We have a promising future. We should think about that. We can do something. Yes, Zach, gambare, Zach. Let's go. These are the things. I mean, there's people that say that this bird is Sephiroth. He polymorphed or morphed into this, transformed into this bird and is flying on. That's a theory. That's a possible. I guess that might be a possibility, but I don't think so. I just don't think this bird is Sephiroth. Yes, Sephiroth has Genova cells. He does indeed can manifest himself in his clones. He can manipulate them, of course. He does this specifically a lot of times with Cloud. He does this with Glenn, actually. With Glenn. With another clone, with a robed guy, which is as his cells, of course. And he can manifest the Glenn persona from every crisis. And I guess First Soldier too, but I only know him from the Ever Crisis special episodes. And to Rufus, to manipulate Rufus. And he's not the only one. Rufus is actually not the one who sees Glenn. There's more people who see him. When he broadcasts that message, and supposedly Sir Rufus, he calls out Sir Ruf, and Sir Ruf never comes. He's missing, or perhaps he's not missing. Perhaps he's looking. Perhaps we're seeing him and the screen. But this is not about Rebirth. Oh my god, I'm deviating again. I can't do this. I cannot. I just wanted to say birds. There's a lot of birds in Remake. Throughout Remake, we see drawings of birds in Aerith's room at Shinra HQ. We see Barrett. Barrett does talk about birds. What is it with these damn birds? He says in Remake Intermission. He talks about there's so many birds. Oh my god, I'm sick of the birds. But I mean, birds. It's freedom. It's. I mean, what more there's to this? The price of freedom is steep. The iconic phrase, of course. But maybe there's something to the birds throughout the games. I mean, there's a future. There's a bright future. There's possibilities. This is what it comes to mind. Unless it's a black feather, things are a bit different that way. Yes. Moving on. There's Icarus. Why do I have Icarus in my notes? Icarus from the Greek mythology. I mean, do you want to hear me talk about Icarus? I mean, I would like to assume that you know who Icarus is from the Greek mythology. I'll just talk about it very fast. Icarus is a guy that that gets thrown into prison in the 4,000 years ago. I don't know, but this Icarus and his father got thrown into prison by a evil king, crazy king, something like that. The angry king is angry with them, and then he throws him into jail. And then his father has the idea of collecting feathers while they're incarcerated, they're in prison, and he joins them all together with wax. He puts them all together, and he makes wings out of these many feathers that he catches from pigeons. I think they're pigeons. I don't remember, but anyway, the point was to get out of that castle they were, the prison they were in, and they would fly away with these new invention feathers. And before they left the prison, Icarus' father said to his son, Icarus, my boy, we have these wings, but listen, we have to be careful. Don't fly too close to the ground, which is the ocean. They were surrounded by ocean. Nor do you should fly too close to the sun. Your feathers will burn. Please don't do that, or you will drown. I know you can't swim. I didn't teach you this. Anyway, it doesn't say that, but they fly away with their wings, their manufactured wings, and then Icarus gets too excited. He's like, "Oh my God, Father, look at me! Woo, look at me! I'm just flying away! Woo, woo, woo!" And then oh shit, it starts burning because he flies too high, and his father's, "Icarus, you absolute doofus! What are you doing? I told you, no!" And then Icarus, of course, the wings catch fire. They burn down. He falls to the ocean, and Icarus dies, drowning. Yes, I don't think his dad dies. I think he survives. Maybe he couldn't swim. That's why he didn't even try. But the point of this story would be to say, watch out for your greed. Don't try to be too greedy, or things might not turn out right for you. You should be in the middle. You know. What does this have to do with FF7? Not too much greed, I guess. Shinra could learn from this. They certainly could learn from this. Use too much Mako from using the reactors, and there's no planet to live in. We also could take some things from this in our own world. We should preserve what we have. We should care for what we have. We should be grateful for the things we have, and not be too greedy. We shouldn't be too greedy. Give blessings to what you have, because they might get burned one day. Okay, so where is the next thing? So the bird flies. Yeah, we see the bird fly. Goddamn, the bird flies over this rocky plain that has no vegetation, and then in the horizon we see buildings, a city. It's Midgar, the city of Mako, where a lot of people live. I don't know how many, like 1 million people? Nah, probably 10 million people. I don't know. A lot of people live in. It's basically the capital of the world. That's what we know from what we gather. And then the bird flies over these pillars in construction just outside of Midgar, and we hear something. Yes, this was the thing. I thought this was the first thing I was going to talk about, and I thought I would just be talking 10 minutes in this review. But I mean, you can see the numbers below you. This is not 10 minutes. Oh no. Oh no no. Oh no no. So, and while we see the bird flying, we hear music. Oh, something calm, something hopeful, something harmonious. Please pay attention. Did you hear that? I'll do it again. All right. Not again, I mean, but just listen. It will repeat itself again. Did you hear it now? Did you hear that? Did you just hear that? The music came from the Lord, the God himself, the Lord, the Holy Spirit, the Saint and Holy Spirit. And then, what is this ominous thing out of nowhere? What's happening here? And it's repeated again after this, when we see the revelation of the city. This is something different, but What are they saying? What the hell is this? I cannot understand these words. It feels like it sounds familiar, perhaps. Perhaps it sounds familiar. If you have played the OG FF7 Remake, Rebirth, you might have heard this before. You might have heard this before even without playing the games, but they are from this specific game. So, what is being said right now? Let me unravel that mystery to you. Estuans interius, or Estuans interius. Estuans interius. What is this? What is the meaning of these words? These ominous, this grim, these things that make my skin crawl. Oh boy, what is this? These words are the lyrics that are first played for Sephiroth's One-Winged Angel theme song. That's right. That's right. The Estuans interius ira vehementi. Estuans interius ira vehementi. What does these lyric words have to say? What is the spoiler? What is the information that we need to get from this? Burning inside with violent anger, Sephiroth, Sephiroth, Sephiroth. Dun 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 dun. Sorry, that's the meaning of the words. It could also mean another possible translation for this would be inner suffering with violent rage, Sephiroth. Yeah. So the beginning of the lyrics for One-Winged Angel, Estuans interius ira vehementi. These words are very important. It's very, 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 very important. This is so important. The devs just did not put this just because they felt like it, just because it was cool. Just these words from this, there's no doubt about it. It's from the One-Winged Angel. There's just no doubt about it. Even the words that come after, that is the ira vehementi. I'm going to show it to you again. You said it right now, again. Well, the train is passing by. Yeah, burning inside with violent anger. This is Sephiroth. This is here to tell us that something is not right. Something is different. Sephiroth is here. Sephiroth is here to stay. Remember what oh no, you don't remember. If you skipped, you don't know this. But there's a passage in the On a Way to a Smile, in the a novel written by Nojima, the writer for the remake, OG FF7 remake, basically a lot of compilations of FF7. And in there's this this passage in Livestream Black, which is referred to Sephiroth. I'm not going to read it. I guess my past self will read it again, but just to say that the rage he wants people to know is, he wants Cloud to know that he's thinking about him, that he's coming back. It's right here. It's to tell us Sephiroth is coming back, but we don't know yet. Supposedly, right? We don't know yet. Even if you knew these words were Sephiroth, would be thinking, "Oh my God, why are we listening to Sephiroth?" Again, it's a remake. It's FF7 remake. Of course, Sephiroth would come back. There would be no possibility of that. It's 0% chance he wouldn't be in the game. Then we have the rest. Again, this would be linked. But we have the rest of this, that Sor imanis et inanis. We have Fate monstrous and empty, burning inside with violent rage. Estuans interius ira vehementi. Again, this is repeated and repeated again and again. Burning inside with violent anger, inner suffering with violent rage. It's not a peaceful thing. It's not. Sephiroth is not here for peace. He wants war and problems. It's all about death and suffering. It's all about suffering and despair for him. Then we have this part that's, oh, come, oh, come, do not let me die. This is interesting, this part. And then, come, oh, come, glorious, do not let me die, noble. So these lyrics here, that let's assume that this is well translated. This is the correct translation. It's something similar. The lyrics are about Sephiroth, of course. It's a song about Sephiroth. He has anger and rage inside of him, burning with hatred. The word hatred is not here, but anger and rage. A fate that is monstrous and empty. It feels like, is it fair what he has? Is this fate a thing that he's happy with? I mean, the fate that is monstrous and empty. And then we have this part that, do not let me die. Oh, come, don't let me die. Oh, come, glorious, do not let me die, noble. Is this for us? Is this for the? I mean, when I say us, is this for Cloud? Is this for the party members? This part? But if the rest is about Sephiroth, could we say that this is not about Sephiroth too? Is Sephiroth afraid of dying? Does he want, oh, come glorious, do not let me die, noble. Do not let me die. In a way, it would make sense if, oh, of course, we don't want Cloud to die, we don't want our companions to die, we want them to succeed and defeat Sephiroth. But then what about the parts above? Burning inside with violent anger, fate monstrous and empty. These do not fit in with Cloud, at least the Cloud at the end of the game, with the other companions. Could we say that Sephiroth in the OG was already afraid of dying? Could we say that? It's right there. I mean, even if Sephiroth wants to become a godlike being that wants to destroy humanity and rule the world, rule the cosmos, could we say that he is a human too? I mean, at the end of the day, he is. He was born with the emotions. I mean, he was born a human. He did not have a normal childhood. That's for sure. They did not deserve it. It feels like Sephiroth. Feels like Sephiroth is like a Homelander of this, or I guess the Homelander is like a Sephiroth of FF7. It's the same thing. So if you know Homelander from The Boys, so it's a very similar depiction. He was created with the sole purpose of being a weapon to strike down Shinra's enemies and be the hero of the people of the Shinra side, being a monster and a demon in those he fought against, those who fought against him. I mean, but the hero and savior to the supporters of Shinra, those who are on the side of Shinra. But what about Sephiroth? Did he want this at the end of the day? Even after the story of OG until the end, even if he's almost like a god, he's almost there, but can he not be afraid? Is it like this monstrous thing that does not have feelings? Is this it? It's okay to be afraid of dying. This would be my interpretation of this, of the lyrics. Again, it could be, oh, Cloud and everybody, don't die. We must, oh, glorious, please, glorious Sephiroth. Oh God, noble, please don't kill us. Oh my goodness. But again, it would make more sense if it's from his point of view, because it's Sephiroth. It's all about Sephiroth. It's One Winged Angel. It's the lyrics itself, talking about the burning inside with violent anger. Sephiroth is angry. He still has a lot of rage and resentment, and he still wants others to suffer. Fate monstrous and empty. Things should not be this way. Why was I the one who had to be like this? Not fair, maybe. Fate monstrous and empty. Things don't matter anymore. I want everything to burn down. I want to consume it. I want to be the one in control. I want people to suffer. But oh come, do not let me die. Is it saying this to Cloud? I mean, this is a music. This is a song, of course, but burning inside with violent rage, Sephiroth, Sephiroth, burning inside with violent anger, Sephiroth, Sephiroth, fate, monstrous and empty, burning inside with violent anger, Sephiroth, Sephiroth, come, O glorious, and let me die noble, Sephiroth. I mean, this could be for, I don't know. You know what, now that I'm reading this in this way, another depiction, then I guess another thing would be literally us, the mortals looking at this and burning inside with violent anger, Sephiroth, Sephiroth, fate monstrous and empty, burning inside with anger, Sephiroth, Sephiroth, come, do not let me die, oh come glorious, do not let me die noble, going to Sephiroth like a deity, like a true god, like something that could hear our prayers and answer them, and be a good guy and do not kill anybody, don't kill us. Please, we want to live. It could be that. It could be a Sephiroth calling out for help. It could be like admitting that even though there's a lot of anger, the fate was monstrous and empty. It was not fair. Do not let me die. I don't want to die. And I mean, it does fit again because Sephiroth comes back in Advent Children. He does not accept his death. He does not want to die again. He does not want to die, and he's able to come back. He does whatever it takes to come back, and now he's back again in the remake once again. If we accept the theory that he's from the future and he's able to travel to the present and being able to alter his fate so he does not get into the point that he was in Advent Children, in the OG and Advent Children. It makes it's a good way. If it's a sequel in this way, it makes a good continuation. It makes a connection with the previous games. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say about the lyrics. Again, Estuans interius ira vehementi. Estuans interius ira vehementi. Let's just hear it. I mean, do I need to say anything else? Estuans interius ira vehementi. Estuans interius ira vehementi. Sephiroth. All together now. Estuans interius ira vehementi. Estuans interius ira vehementi. Sephiroth. Sephiroth. Da-no, no, 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 no. Na 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 da na na da na na da na da na 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 na. All right, I'm done. Sorry, I had to do it. I love this music. Okay, I love this song. And that's the One-Winged Angel. A lot of spoilers, I know. A lot of things to talk about, no doubt about it. And let's keep going with the video because we need to keep moving. Shit, I did not mean to do it. And we keep hearing Estuans interius ira vehementi. While we keep seeing more of the city, we see peoples, their life, a kid on a bicycle, then more kids on bicycles, people doing their lively stuff, they're living their lives, a dog eating from the trash bin, a trash can. workers. I mean, all this stuff. While the music is going, and then the music kind of changes to something different, and we have dead flower in the city of Mako. Like life is not pretty. It might look like industrial revolution bring changes to the world, but maybe it came to a cost. At a cost, I mean. Maybe it came at a cost of the planet, of the plants and whatnot. People might have electricity, they might have a better life, things might be easy, but at what cost? We see more than kids are playing on a park, and then a girl looks at a Mako Reactor, Mako Reactor 5, if I'm not mistaken, which bursts out a green light that's in meaning that Mako is being consumed. What the hell is Mako, by the way? Mako is none other than the lifeblood of the planet. Yes. What can I say about here? Let me see my notes. Wait. I don't want to say things I don't want to say yet. Yes, the burst. It goes to the atmosphere. Yes, it is. Oh yeah, and so once again, as soon as we change to the Mako reactor from the girl's perspective to the Mako reactor, she's looking at the Mako reactor. This girl that's playing in the back with her friend with other kids. We hear the words Estuans interius again, burning inside. Very bad vibes here. Not good things. This is not good. We're blowing up the planet's resources of Mako and spirit energy, because Mako is nothing more than a liquefied form of live stream. I could say this, right? I hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries by saying this. But in the FF7 world, instead of a planet being formed by magma and hot stuff in the center, it's not really. It's a liquid thing called Mako that contains, like I said, the liquefied form of live stream. That is the planet's. That's basically the planet's own spirit, own form. That where resides the spirits of the dead, the spirits of the things that are going to be brought back to the cycle of life. When something is born, animals, plants, children, kids, of course, babies. I meant to say babies. Babies, they're all coming from the live stream. A new life that gets new energy from the live stream. That's how they are born. That's why they are bound to it. When they die, they also return to the planet because they came from the planet in the first place. And the thing with this is that these Mako reactors that are owned by Shinra Electric Power Company are consuming this life energy, this energy of people that lived lives, of energy that's supposed to go back to that's supposed to be part of the cycle of life. It's being consumed, lost forever. Memories, especially memories of beings that lived, spirits. It could be Cetra. It could be, who knows? It could even be Ifalnims, the mother of Aerith. It could be consumed. Who knows? Shira doesn't care. They just want electricity and making lives for them easier. That's really, even though they actually, I think they do know this, right? The President Shinra, yeah. President Shinra does understand this. They had to make this work in the first place. So that's kind of dark, kind of ominous, kind of fucked up, if you ask me. But the people of Midgard, even those who understand this, if everybody was to understand this, would they bet an eye to this? Would they sacrifice their easy access to electricity even in the slums, even there. If it meant like not having the upper plate people, certainly not, certainly would not do it. Having your basic needs met basically easier than it would be without the Mako energy, without Shinra electric energy. Certainly not. It's all about the moment. It's all about the short term live. Those problems, the planet losing all its energy and dying out, that's a problem for later. I mean, that's not in the day. Is it? Is the planet? Is it planet today or tomorrow dying and we all die with it? No, then we can keep going. That's basically it. That's how things are going right now. And do they have plans to find the legendary paradise, the promised land? They're looking for the promised land, a place that's said to have boundless Mako energy flowing from everywhere. They want to build a new Midgard, Neo Midgard. They just want more greed. This is not enough. We want more. We want more. I just want more because I can. Yeah, President Shinra. Yeah, that's not good. If they were to find that place, which, by the way, spoilers, it doesn't exist. Would be, I mean, the best way they would do it. They would have to make a drill and go all to the center of the planet to try and take all that energy. I guess that would be the best way to do it. Anyway, President Shinra sucks. And we have to stop them from destroying their own planet and everybody that lives there. They need to be stopped because after a certain point, it might be too late to do it, and then regrets at that point will be futile. Futile regrets, I must say. If we are to prevent stuff, we have to prevent them now while it still matters, because then it'll be too late. Moving on, we get out of the shot of a Mako reactor, right? We go to dark and with a lot of particles, a lot of Mako particles, live stream particles, and we see a girl looking at a pipe, a broken pipe. Is it a broken pipe? But it's light. There's light coming from it. Live stream, and she is looking at it, and correction. She is looking at it, but does not have her eyes open. It's like she is absorbing information, or she's communicating with something. This girl, we do not know the name. Certainly, if only if you have never played this game. But it's Aerith. Yes, Aerith is looking at this pipe. It's here. She is in this alley. She is receiving something. Probably, this is probably one of the moments that she is receiving some information from the planet, or probably from her future self. She could be receiving some information like, hey, something is not right here. We should be careful. Careful because something is on its way to your time, and something is here that's not good. Please be careful. Please take caution. As she opens her eyes and she looks at it. The pipe, the light, that's what I meant to say. The light, of course. And we hear this music while she opens her eyes. It feels like it's the live stream song, of course. It's makes perfect sense, the live stream, great. But something happens in a moment. As soon as she turns to the right, and the music does a little turnover from the sequence, it changes. The music changes. Estuans, interius, again burning inside. Sephiroth. Something is not right. She panics. She gets up. She freaks out, and she gets up. As we hear the background music. Oh shit! I forgot about this. Okay, damn it! I knew it. Okay, just well, sorry, just before we go there, a quick thing. So while Aerith, this girl named Aerith, is looking at uh, the pipes, probably receiving information from the live stream, from the planet, from her future self, probably, because she is she is a Cetra. She is like F Cetra. The Cetra were these people that were connected to the planet, who could talk to the planet. They basically could do crazy stuff, talk in dreams, talking with people at very large distances, appear in dreams. Even if they died, their spirit would live on as long as they wanted it to. They had this special connection to the planet. They could do things that normal humans couldn't do. That's their abilities to communicate with the planet, communicate with the diseased, those who joined the live stream, or better yet, those who were about to join the live stream, actually. But before we go to the Cetra, I just want to read that Ginnatak from Chapter 10 of FF7 Rebirth. While the party is going through in a boat, passing through a live stream river, anything that reaches the planet's ears in due time reaches those of the Cetra. This is what Ginnatak says. If there's in some information that the planet has, I guess if you are close to a Mako spring, that's already enough to reach the planet. Anything that's Mako, live stream, maybe plants too. I would assume, because there's a lot of talk with the plants and the flowers, specific flowers. There's a lot about with the flowers. I would say the flowers are the things that could pass on information to the planet, because it's the planet again. The live stream is connected with all these things. So if the planet gets information from anywhere, the Cetra can get that information as well, if it communicates with the planet, or I guess if they go sort it out through the memories in the live stream. I don't really know how it works, because again, I'm not a Cetra myself. I don't know. I would assume this would be like there's a billion informations, memories, and whatever in the live stream. I don't believe that all the Cetra could sort out through everything. So it would be something that need to specifically try to find themselves. I mean, it's overload information. One thing is a planet, a being that's not a human. That's how it works. It was created for that purpose. And then there's people in a very different, they're different. They're just different. It's not saying that's bad. It's just they have some limitations. That's what I meant to say. She should be able to, Aerith, I mean, should be able to gather information from other places, not specifically the live stream, but if the planet has whatever information about the world that's currently happening or happen at some point. I assume this is a lot of things to go through, so it wouldn't be that easy, especially that this Aerith, an adult Aerith, does not have the same capabilities she had as a child. She was more in tune with her powers, Cetra powers, and this is said in Traces of Two Pasts. Will I try to read? Not today. We'll talk about it. Not today. In the future. Maybe chapter 8. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about there. Oh, yes, we can talk about so much. But coming back to this, Aerith is staring at the dark alley, and we hear Sephiroth theme song. And there's more. This is not the only thing. The light starts to flicker on and off. And Aerith gets very upset, very, very scared, and she runs away. Oh boy, this is not good. Is Sephiroth there? what is this? What is this entity? Because the camera is still focusing on that dark alley in the center. Oh boy, what's about to happen? This is scary. This is not good. And Aerith, still looking back, very worried about what she just experienced. And she bumps into a guy, and the guy bumps into her. Flowers fell because of that bumping. A woman passes by. She looks at the flowers Aerith is picking up, and then a guy with with a big box actually is walking, and then he steps on the flower, the last flower, the flower that symbolizes reunion, that lovers used to give these when they would see each other. And this is said in chapter 2. Aerith herself says this. It's the flower that symbolizes reunion, and it's been stepped upon. Why did he do that? This guy should be able to see it. He's carrying a big box, but I'm going back and seeing that he saw it. He might be looking at the front, but he saw it. He should have seen it. He should have seen Aerith picking up the flowers from the ground. But what does he do? I don't care. I'm just gonna step into the flower. Man, what a great guy. Amazing. So, what does Aerith do with this? Aerith picks up the flower and she hugs the flower as she stares into the camera. She looks up. The legendary zoom out, and she is right in front of the theater. Loveless is there. Okay, it's Loveless. God damn it. It's the theater when the Loveless play will be played. And she is right there in front of it. It's where she will talk with Cloud. It's where they will find each other in chapter 2. It's the place. That's the place. And she's right there. And she will stay there for about an hour or something until she finds Cloud. And then the title screen comes in. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Finally, we see Midgar, the city of Mako. And wait, what's this? I'm sorry. What is this? I didn't notice this. I'm only noticing this now. Why is Mako Reactor 4 and Mako Reactor 8 turned off? What? Wait a minute. I did not notice this. Wait a minute. What? Why? They're turned off. Why? Let me see. Has someone talked about this? Okay, so quick research. I guess I only found some people talking about this 4 years ago. So there's no actual reason for Mako Reactor 8 and 8. Jesus, there's no actual reason explained why Mako Reactor 8 and 4 are turned off, except being for artistic reasons, so we can see better the center. Weird. How weird. I did not notice this until now. How funny. I'm only noticing this that I'm talking with you. How funny. How funny indeed. It's a good question. We could ask the devs, why is Mako Reactor 4 and 8 turned off? Are they malfunctioning? Are in their repair cycle, I mean? Did I miss something? Do Crisis Core, Before Crisis, or Dirge of Cerberus answer these questions? I cannot answer that to you. But anyway, that's an interesting find. Perhaps I'm the last one noticing it. I mean, everybody has noticed this by now. But it's interesting. It's interesting. We know nothing of this. A good question to ponder. Let's keep our eyes on number 8 and number 4 throughout Remake and Rebirth. There could be something there. Maybe. I wonder. We'll keep going. the movie keeps the opening keeps going, and we zoom in into a train that is on its course to Mako Reactor 1, and a guy with a massive sword on its back. It's on top of it, blonde-haired guy. And yeah, we reach the train reaches the Mako Reactor 1, and we see two Shinra soldiers with two weapons doing research, a very quick checkup on the train to see if everything is good. At first glance, nothing is wrong, but then one of the guys gets off screen. We don't know what happens. The other guy is panic, and then bam, a guy out of nowhere came, bam, then a kick to the chest of this Shinra trooper. Not bad. And then he gets knocked out. A third member comes in from God knows what the hell is this? What's happening here? And then a big guy, buffed guy, goddamn, the protagonist of a action movie. And then he looks behind and tells that guy, "Get down here, Merc." Barrett says it. It's the name of that guy. And then here comes a front flip from Cloud, the blonde-haired guy. So cool, so awesome. And then the sword, and he protects us. Wait. Why he took the sword out? What was the point? Of course, he wanted to do the flip. Of course, yes. Of course, yes. He wanted to do the flip to be cool, and people, whoa, awesome. And even did a Marvel pose at the end. So cool. And then we look at him, and chapter 1 begins. And then that's where we're gonna end our review of Final Fantasy VII Remake, not so abridged, yapping edition. Opening review is over. It's done. I finished it. Did I do a good job, people? Did I do a terrible job? Is anyone here? Is anyone here? Oh God, is anyone here? I have to ask. Is anyone here? I just talked, and I just talked, and I just talked, and then I just kept talking, and then I just kept talking, and then I couldn't stop talking. There's still so much to say. It feels like I didn't give proper explanation to the things I've been explaining. Don't you worry. The next chapters, when we talk about Cloud, I will give his little explanation what he is, what the hell a soldier is, what is the Shinra, what is the planet. I mean, the planet. I kind of already said what the planet is. The planet is the planet where they live in, of course. But what is Avalanche? What are these people that are working with Cloud, or Cloud is working with? So many questions, but the big fish of the main plot things that we needed to talk about in this opening have been talked about. About the mostly Sephiroth. It's always about Sephiroth. Everything is about Sephiroth. That's the crumb. That's the juice. That's the juice. The bacon. Oh boy, that's the best part of. I mean, I say best part in the sense that it's when we get the most information. A plot information for the main story, or where it's going, because it's all about Sephiroth. If it wasn't for Sephiroth, even if this is not a sequel, or this is not time travel, whatever it is, if it wasn't for Sephiroth doing what he's doing right now, this game would not exist. That's why they wrote it this way. Nojima wrote it this way. I would say with the help of the other devs that, I mean, Nojima, he does the writing, but the big plot points are decided between a lot of people, not just Nojima, of course. I would know the percentage, but I'm sure we'll never know anyway. We'll never know. Only the devs know this. But having that said, I don't think. Do I have anything else to say about this? Boy, oh boy. Oh yeah, there's the song. Yeah, basically the One Winged Angel was the most important thing. Estuan interius ira vehementi. The most Estuan interius. Very important. Very important. Please do remember this. The beginning of Sephiroth's One Winged Angel lyrics. Should I give you a reward for this? I should. First of all, thank you for. What am I doing? Thank you so much for being here until now. If you watched everything, it's insane. I just don't believe. I have to say right now, I might be wrong. I'm like 90%. No. I'm 77.77% sure that 90% of people watching would not watch everything until now. That's my belief system. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I'm not saying this because you don't care. That's not what I'm trying to say here. I mean, there's a lot of things out there. How many times have you already watched Remake? How many people talked about Remake? Explained Remake? Bunch of them, of course. But this is my take. This is my yapping edition of the remake opening that was supposedly to take like 30 minutes. I thought in total it was gonna be 30 minutes, but things kinda took a turn, and it's insane. How the hell did we have all of these things to talk about? Because I want to talk about this because this was important, all these things, and we did, and it's done. And I thank you for being here until now, listening. I really do appreciate that. This will not be possible if people don't care about this. That's for sure. We'll see. I mean, this is the first one. Maybe you would like to have less information on the next one, on chapter 1. This is like a demo. This is like a prototype. We're trying to see what works, see what it doesn't work. If the mic is good, if perhaps you want some background music. Yes, we'll make it as we go, basically. But again, once again, Jesus, how many thank yous do I need to say? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you to be here until now. Even if you haven't watched everything, or you just jumped over bits that are important that you found interesting to hear, that's okay as well. I will not hold that against you. I just like the story, and things kind of took a turn. I mean, we talk about one thing and then one thing leads to another. It's how things work. It's always like that. Oh, I have an idea. Yes. So this song, that you do know, this song, what's the name of the song? Yes. So this song is from a remake. I could never heard this song in its entirety in the original remake, because this only happens. Is it the jukebox thing? Maybe. But anyway, it's the stamp. It's the stamp version. But this is not the stamp version of Rebirth, which is very good too. I do like it. I like all these three. But I'll leave this to you as a final gift, I guess. This is the best I can do. In case you have never heard this, I'll leave this to you to have fun while you're listening to it. Yeah. This is Final Fantasy VII opening review, not so abridged, the yapping edition, review done, opening review done. Thank you once again. I hope you have a great day. Take care and stay safe, everyone.
He's a good boy who never stops, keeping eyes in his day for each and everyone. He's always kicking back about, and I can never stay into the next week. Go all out, go all out, little step. You got so much courage and everybody thinks you were so well. Even though you get distracted by a tree throwing away, even though you don't remember how to see or how to stay. Fight for us, little step. You just stand on four legs and you're the hero that we need. Even though you're always tempted by a tender meaty bone, even though you bark at nothing when you think you're all alone. Go all out, little step. Fight for us, little step. If only we could have such big hearts, as big as death and shingles. If only we could have such big hearts, as big as death and He's a good boy who never stops, keeping